You know, the last few years, the big push has been for everybody to be environmentally friendly and go green. Very similar to the old ecology movement in the early 70s.
People start pollution. People can stop it.
But the problem is, with all the media hype and political posturing, it's hard to separate the truth from somebody's money-making agenda. But the truth is, it's always been a good idea to recycle resources and reuse things. And hot rodders have been at the very forefront of this since the beginning. Because we take old, nasty cars and trucks, yeah, there you go, and bring them back to life.
It sounds awesome!
But one area where we have been skeptical is recycled oil. Because first of all, we understand that oil is your engine's lifeblood, and also we all realize that oil breaks down and deteriorates over time. So how do you recycle something like that? And if you could, you're telling me this is as good as brand new oil? How is that possible? Those are good questions. Those are your questions. Those are our questions. The only way to answer them is to talk to somebody that recycles it. Safety-Kleen is one of the largest recyclers of oil and automotive fluids in the world. You don't have to look very hard to see their involvement in all forms of motorsports.
We're the official environmental company of IndyCar racing series, the IZOD. We also do NHRA events. We have permanent recycle centers at all the tracks in NASCAR.
As well as government agencies.
A lot of military, the United States Postal Service.
And private agencies.
We sell to some major quick lubes. We sell to some of the major truck rental companies.
Now, some of you are probably thinking, well, you know, that's great for the military or for the racing world. What does that have to do with me? Well, it has a lot to do with you, because you are where the oil comes from. Now, it was pretty common back in the day for a gearhead or a farmer or a rancher to drain their oil and then pour it out in the back to kill the weeds or to keep the mosquitoes down. And hopefully we all realize that is not the thing to do. And to keep you from being tempted from doing that, most auto parts stores offer a place for you to dump your old oil. And that is where Safety-Kleen comes in.
All the stores where you can buy new oil have to collect the oil as well. That's a rule that is commonplace in most every state. So all across the country, every O'Reilly's, Advance, or AutoZone, we pump the oil out at least once a month.
From there, it goes to the refinery where the real magic happens.
If we get oil from an industrial setting, maybe there's metal shavings in there, we pull all the metal out. The metal goes into scrap metal treatment. Any waters that we find are pulled out and gone into wastewater treatment. Any fuels, brake fluids, all that type of material. And in the end process, we have a lube stock that is pretty highly sought after. We get more calls for it than we probably have gallons, so we're constantly pushing our refineries to do more.
So the next time you see some recycled oil on the shelf, you may want to give it a try and see what all the talk is about. It may convince you to change your oil.
We're the Barbara Mandrell of environmental services. We were green when it wasn't cool.